Assalamualaikum everyone and hi to our lecturer Madam Annie Nur Annie Binti Muhammad Zain. So we are from group 20 and we are presenting about assignment business mathematics. So firstly I want to introduce my group member in group 20.
Our business bakery is the Luso Bread. Owner the Luso Bread is Izzati Nabilah binti Muhammad YUNUS. Address is Lot 245 Jalan 18/37 Taman Sri Sedang 43 3000 Sri Kepangan Selangor. Date of establishment 3 June 2018. List of employees. First, Izzati Nabilah binti Muhammad YUNUS is our owner. HAQIM SABRI is our finance. ATIFAH binti MOKHTAROM is our human resources. RAHIM is our operation. IKHMAL ISAMUDIN is our marketing. Amirul bin Zainal is our administrator. Pravin Gunasaran Anak Laki Muti is our retail officer. Razif Razak bin Tajak is our staff coordinator. Fatih Aina binti Zainuddin is our assistant chef. And lastly, Hazim Aizat bin Zainuddin is our assistant chef too.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I Izzati Nabilah binti Muhammad YUNUS. My metric number A20B1376. So I want my part in question 1. I explain about a calculation. Okay, for a calculation, you guys can see in slide. I give formula step by step. Okay, for regular pay formula, regular pay hourly rate times by regular hour. For overtime pay, overtime rate times by overtime hour work. For a commission, total sales time by commission rate. For pitch work earning, pitch rate times by number of unique products. Gross pay, regular pay plus overtime pay plus commission plus pitch work earning and get answer for a gross pay. Okay, for a regular pay for a manager, you guys can see in slide. I get answer for a manager RM 800 ringgit. For a finance 720 ringgit. For operation 680 ringgit. For a marketing 600 ringgit. For administrator 560 ringgit. For a retail officer 560 ringgit too. Staff coordinator 480 ringgit. And assistant chef RM 480 ringgit. Okay. Okay, next about calculation overtime pay. Okay, for formula overtime, overtime rate times by overtime hour worker. Okay, for manager get answer RM 320 ringgit. For finance RM 180 ringgit. For operation get answer RM 340 ringgit. For a marketing RM 60 ringgit. Staff coordinator RM 120 ringgit. And assistant chef RM 120 ringgit too. Next about a calculation commission. Okay, for formula commission, you guys can see in slide. Commission formula total sales time by commission rate. MOHD bin Rahim. Okay, MOHD bin Rahim sell daily bread with a total sale of RM 1,350 ringgit per week. And MOHD get a 20% commission from the sale as a commission. Okay, for a calculation MOHD bin Rahim 1,350 ringgit times by 0.2% and get RM 270 ringgit. For a Fatin Aina binti Zainuddin, she managed to sell daily bread with a total sale RM 900 per week. She get a 20% commission. Okay, for a Fatin Aina Zainuddin commission 900 times by 0.2% and get RM 118 ringgit for a commission.
Hello, my name is LUQMAN and I will present about question number 2. Then we move to the table 1. So we move to the own first. Amount is 2,000. Amount for loan from relative 40,000. Interest rate is 3.5%. time period 24 months, interest amount 2,800, and future value is 82,800. For bank is 80,000. Interest rates is 60% compounded monthly. Time period is 6 years. Interest amount is 34,563.54. Future value is 140,563.54. So this is the way how to calculate the interest amount for loan from relative and the future value of loan from relative. We use the other method, which is we can use the formula that has been given in the textbook, or we can search in Google or what. So this is how the method. So this is how to make a promissory note. As you can see, what we must put into the promissory note, such as the amount, the date, the marker of the note, the number of the note, and the due of the note. So we move to the details about the promissory note. Marker of the note is me, LUQMAN HAQIM bin SABRI. Payee of the note is Note Fazura. The date of promissory note and maturity note as stated below. Date of promissory note is 3 June 2021. Date of maturity note is 3 June 2023.
Now, there are machineries and costs where we use it in our business, which is bakery business. There are 9 types of machine. Among them are flour sifter machine with cost 29,270 ringgit, mixer 40,620 ringgit, fresh dough divider and rounder machine with cost 16,460 ringgit, and others. Alright, next, this is the depreciation schedule for 6 years using declining balance method. For example, we choose flour sifter machine with cost 29,270 ringgit and we assume the useful life is 6 years while salvage value is 2,927 ringgit to calculate and construct a depreciation schedule. Okay, based on the schedule, to calculate annual depreciation, we need to use annual depreciation formula, which is annual rate of depreciation multiplied by book value at the end of year. As you can see, we got an annual rate of depreciation is 0.318,707,93094 using that formula, while book value of year 1 is 19,941 ringgit and 42 cents. So, based on year 1, to get annual depreciation, we just multiply it and the answer will be 9,328 ringgit and 58 cents. But to calculate annual depreciation for year 2 or next year, you cannot use the same value, which is 29,270 ringgit as amount of book value or cost of asset. But you must to use a new amount of book value at the end of year 1 to multiply by annual rate to get annual depreciation for year 2. For depreciation, to date or accumulated depreciation, it's like a simple calculation because based on the amount you get before, like annual rate of depreciation, cost of asset, and useful life, you just need to put in that amount into accumulated depreciation formula, and you will get the answer like 9,328 ringgit and 58 cents. And if you want to calculate the amount for another year, you just need to change the number of years and you will get the answer. Okay. For the amount of book value, it's also easy to calculate because all values are fixed except number of years. I mean the cost is fixed like original cost, like 29,270 ringgit, and you just change the number of years of for example, if you want to calculate for year 5, you just put 5 at the formula and you will get the answer. Okay, that's all. Alright, next, our company received an invoice from Machineries Cost date on 1st April 2021 from supplier B with term 3/10 and N/30. There are two situations. The first is if the invoice is paid on 9th April 2021, how much supplier B need to receive payment from our company? Alright, based on the table, since the invoice was paid on 9th April 2031 or 8 days after the date of the invoice, which is within the discount period, our company was entitled 3% cash discount. So, invoice amount need to minus with cash discount to know how much supplier B need to receive payment from our company. Okay, for example, we choose flow saver machine. So, to get amount of cash discount, list price which is 29,270 ringgit need to multiply by cash discount rate which is 3%. Okay, after we get the answer, invoice amount 29,270 ringgit need to minus with cash discount which is 878 ringgit and 10 cent. So supplier B need to receive payment from our company as much as 28,391 ringgit and 19 cent for flow saver machine. Alright, next, this is second situation if the invoice is paid on 15 April 2021. Alright, based on the table, since the invoice was paid on 15 April 2021 or 14 days after the date of the invoice, which is without the discount period, our company was not entitled 3% cash discount. Okay, for example, the supplier B need to receive 29,270 ringgit for flow saver machine, which is the net price because there are no cash discount.
For question 4, we need to calculate the monthly payment. So as stated, our company made a loan from Bank ABC RM 80,000 and the balance need to be settled by 12 monthly payment at 5% interest compounded monthly. So by applying a monthly payment formula, which is amount borrowed times R 1 plus R square T over 1 plus R square T minus 1. So the loan, as we know, is RM 80,000 and the M, the months are 12 and the T year is 1, and to find the N or the total payment need to be made RM times T. So 12 times 1 we got it N as 12, and for the I we got 0.004. So by applying these all into the monthly payment formula, we got our monthly payment RM 6,841 ringgit and 27 cent. So next, we need to construct our amortization schedule. First of all, we need to have all of this detail, which is monthly payment, interest paid, principal paid, ending balance, interest percentage and principal percentage. As shown, all of these formula and calculation are for the first month. For monthly payment, it is remain the same for each month, which is 6,841 ringgit and 27 cent. And for interest paid, interest rate times beginning loan, we got 320 ringgit for the first month. And for principal paid, monthly payment minus interest paid, and we got 6,521 ringgit and 27 cent for the first month. And for ending balance, beginning loan minus principal paid, and we got 73,478 ringgit and 73 cent. And for interest percentage, interest paid over monthly payment times 100, and we got 4.68%. And for principal percentage, principal paid over monthly payment times 100, and we got 95.3%. So next, we need to construct the amortization schedule after the all of the calculation, and the detail included in this table are the period, which is the 12th month, the beginning loan payment, interest, principal, ending balance, interest percentage, and principal percentage. Now all of these detail and numbers are getting after all the calculation. So for as known, the period are 12 months, and the beginning loan for the first month is 80,000, which is the amount borrowed from Bank ABC, And as shown, the interest percentage are getting less each month and the principal percentage are getting higher each month. It is because the interest percentage are depend on the beginning loan, and beginning loan as it should be, it must be reduced for each month because the monthly payment are made constantly. So therefore, for the last month, the beginning loan are 6,840 ringgit. And how we got the beginning loan for the month are from the ending balance from the previous month. And as stated, the ending balance for the last month are 0, as it should be.
In conclusion, we will conclude this report as short as we can. Firstly, in the company payroll is the sum of all financial records of salaries for an employee's wages, bonus and deduction. In this report, we have been created a table that shows our employees' wage and salaries in details. We were able to play them with their abilities that has been shown by them. The second is we can learn about the interest and discount. We have been learned this in chapter 4 in the textbook. The third is we can gain information about the depreciation. For information, depreciation is decline in value of assets because of age, wear and tear of decreasing efficiency. For instance, the first year has the highest depreciation, meanwhile the last year has the lowest depreciation based on our report calculation. Lastly, we think that this report can bring us many information and knowledge about the chapter that we have been studied during this semester.